You're watching ABC 36 News at Noon with Doug and Lisa High and meteorologist Dylan Goday.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So if you're looking for something fun to do or maybe take the family to, Krapp's Last Tape and Madeleine Standing at 4 are two short plays that will appear June 26th through the 29th. Now, joining us in studio today is Sebastian, the playwright for Madeleine Standing at 4. Chip, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on.
So can you tell me a little bit why Krapp's Last Tape?
Krapp's Last Tape, it's a very well-known play by Samuel Beckett. Yeah. It's been done a lot, especially by a lot of famous actors, but it really hasn't been done in Lexington. And it's one of these plays that's just kind of a weird one-off that everybody knows about, but it just doesn't get done a lot. So I thought it would be really cool to do the play, which runs about 45 minutes or so, and then 15-minute break, have an original piece, which is Madeleine Standing at 4, which I wrote. And so I have two wonderful actors that are in that, Macy Alexis, who's from Louisville, and Walter Ng, who's been in Lexington Theater for a long, long time. Yeah. And we've just been having a ball rehearsing. Yeah. So I'm playing Krapp, of course, in Krapp's Last Tape, but they're doing the two roles in Madeleine. Madeleine's more of a farce. Okay. So, you know, Krapp's is kind of, wow, this is a pretty heavy play, man. This is, you know, it's like, you know, 45 minutes of Schindler's List or something, you know what I mean? But then, you know, after that, you can go and say, hey, this other one's a farce. We're just going to be laughing, having a good time, then go out and get, you know, dinner or go to the club, you know, whatever you're into, you know.
Yeah. So tell me, how does your voiceover acting play into Krapp's Last Tape?
That's cool you asked that, because I haven't really been asked that on these, you know, but yeah, so I am a voiceover. I do a lot of audiobooks and commercials and so on and so forth. And so a lot of the stuff in Krapp's is pre-recorded material. It's a 69-year-old man who is listening to reels of himself, and by reels I mean on an old reel-to-reel, when he was 39, and he's looking back saying, wow, I was such an idiot. I can't believe it. I missed out on love, you know, the one chance I had, you know. And so he goes through this whole series of things about regret and loss. But you find out in the end, he's kind of the same guy he's always been, because pretty much we don't change too much. Yeah. So Antagonist Productions, which is here in town, who I worked with on some other things, Ian Scott runs that, and so I told him about this idea, and he said, wow, it sounds really like a fun thing to do. So I'm doing that in conjunction with them at their space over on Regency Road, which is a newly acquired space, and they've been doing a lot of great shows there already. So it's a perfect venue. It's a huge black box. Okay. And it'll make for a real interesting night of theater for people, quite different than just, you know, going out to one of the regular shows that are, you know, it's just different. It's just different.
And so tell me, what was the inspiration to Madeleine? Sorry, I forgot the rest of the name of it.
Madeleine Standing at 4.
Standing at 4. I knew there was a standing somewhere.
Listen,
in there.
You've got a lot to read all day, all right? So don't worry about anything. No, the inspiration was really stuff that I want to see myself. And we all love a good romp, you know, and having some fun and cat and mouse and all that. And so I thought, well, why don't we just do something really fun? It all centers around a guy, he's a psychiatrist, who has a patient named Madeleine, and she's kind of a rich little daddy's girl, and her dad owns the building that he's in, and he can't get rid of her. So he hires another woman who is into role play to be Madeleine, so he can sort of tell her what he really thinks of her.
All right. Well, really quickly, tell me, where can people come to watch these plays, and how can they get tickets? Yes,
people can grab the QR code on the flyer there. Okay. And they can do that on TV. They can call over at Antagonist. They can go to the website, antagonist.productions. Okay. And yeah, they're going fast. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday are evening performances, 7 to 9, and then Sunday's a matinee, 2 to 4.
All right. Well, perfect. Chip, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
And guys, go get your tickets before they're all sold out. Well, don't go anywhere. We have more High Noon after the break, guys.